I am on a journey towards discovering higher versions of myself, and just like every journey, it gets pretty lonely sometimes. This is why I have made it a goal to bring as many people as I can on this personal development journey towards higher versions of themselves, towards achieving that dream life, towards fulfilling your purpose, towards being all that you can be. No more mediocrity, no more playing it small. I am Judith, and this is the JM Show. Hello! Hi, how are you doing? Really, how are you? Welcome to this episode of the JM Show. In this episode, I'll be talking about preparation. I have just one question for you, really. Are you prepared? Before we get right into it, I just want to let you know that you can now leave a comment for us on the JM Show. I know a lot of people listen to the episodes and they're like, wow, this is so packed, this is amazing, there's fire in this episode. We really want to leave a comment, but there's nowhere we can share our nuggets. Guess what? We have a solution for that right now. All you have to do is visit www.judithabengo.com/podcast, and all the episodes of this show is available there. All you have to do is click on the particular podcast where you want to leave your comment, scroll through the bottom of that page and leave a comment for us. This podcast is not a monologue. I don't just want to be talking to myself and talking to thin air. It is a heart-to-heart conversation with you. I sincerely and deeply care about you. If you're listening to this, just know that you are that family member I probably have never met. I really care about you. So do well to connect with me on any social media platform you're comfortable with, and I will definitely reply your message. Just let me know I listened to your show and it was fantastic. Let me also know your lessons, or preferably just leaving your comment on the website actually lets me know that you listened, and it lets me know what lessons you learned from it. I sincerely want you to grow just the same way I am growing. That's why I do this. That's the whole point of what I'm doing. Anyways, I feel like that introduction was just too long. Let's get right into the topic for today. Like I said, I'm just really asking you one question. Everything I'm going to say is just to ask you one question. Are you prepared? The truth is, in life, nothing just happens. Success is not automatic. Success is not, okay, I stumbled into it. A coach of mine would always say, success leaves a trail. You can always track success. There's something someone would have done repeatedly and over a period of time that's actually giving them the fruit that you see today. What does it really mean to prepare? Here's the meaning of preparation from the Merriam-Webster dictionary. It says the activity or process of making something ready or becoming ready for something. The word preparation is dual in origin, comes from both Latin and Middle French. It comes from the word préparer, to make ready beforehand. This is what we'll be working with. Like I said before, success leaves a trail. There is a footprint that success just leaves. You can track it. Nothing just happens. I think this is the second time I'm saying it in this episode. Nothing just happens. If you want to do, be, or have something, a very smart way to go about this would be to study people who have done something similar. When you do that, it gives you a lot of advantage in the sense that you get to see what they did, you get to learn from their mistakes, and you get to learn what actually worked for them. Though two people might do the same thing and get different outcomes, but it is better to go into something having an idea than just going there blindly. I'll be talking about 3 basic preparations that you have to do on this journey. There could be more, but I just want to focus on 3 for this episode. You need to do a mind prep. Do you have a success mindset? Do you think you can succeed? What is the state of your mind? The truth is, when you get your intangibles right, the tangibles will follow. Your mind needs to be in a good place so it can accommodate the progress and the success that you want to make. Most times, you find people self-sabotaging because their mind has not yet come to terms with that success that they want to achieve. Hence, you want to go somewhere and you find that you're self-sabotaging. The truth is, It happens to even the best of us. That's why when you want to do something and you're getting negative thoughts, one thing you need to ask yourself is this true? Am I self-sabotaging myself? Am I kicking myself out of this success and progress that I need or that I desire? Also, what is your growth plan? To have a mind prep, you need some form of personal development. You need to grow yourself. You need to increase your capacity by learning new things. What is your growth plan really? I have an episode on that talks about growth plan. I think we dealt with that in season 1. So just scroll through and listen to that episode. You have to have you need a plan to grow. For the third time, nothing just happens. You make a plan towards it. So yeah, what is your growth plan? The growth plan is very important when you're doing your mind prep. Also, I've been saying prepare for success and all that. That's great, but is your mind prepared for failure? I know now you're saying, okay, hold up, Judith, what are you talking about? The truth is, a lot of us actually spend huge time preparing for the success, preparing for the great stuff and good stuff. Yes, channel your energy 100% there. Like, keep your eyes fixed on the goal. But another truth, another harsh reality is that you may actually fail at that thing that you truly desire. For some people, when the failure comes, they eventually quit. They eventually give up on that dream. When you are aware that failure would come or could come, I think it informs your decision at that point in time. You won't be that person who says, oh, I'm going to quit when I fail. So all the same way you're preparing for success, please prepare for failure too. I was watching a video by Lisa Nichols, and she was talking about how there could be obstacles on your journey. She was out in nature and she pointed to a hill and she said, you see that hill right there? That is what I want to be. That is what I want to do. That is what I want to have. But before the hill, there were trees there. There were potholes. There were ditches. I mean, climbing up a hill could also be really exhausting. She said, that path, that is all I have to go through to get to that goal that I want. What is non-negotiable? My goal. She also said, you could be going forward to get that goal, and you encounter a dead end. There's a tree and you cannot pass through that tree. What you have to do at that point is then go back and start again. She said it's at this point most people quit. Fine, you're all prepared. Oh, I want to succeed. I want to do this. I want to do that. You also need to be prepared for times when things don't go your way. Times when things are not even just working out. Times when you're actually doing everything right, but it's not working. It might just be a bump on the road. It might be a tree. You might have to go back to the drawing board and start all over again. You might have to maybe rethink your whole strategy. But most times, do not let this be the time where you quit. Though there's a time to quit, there's a time that you just know that this thing is not worth pursuing anymore. But be really sure that it is not worth it before you let it go. So we're moving to the next type of prep. Time prep. What is your routine like? How do you spend a typical day, and what do you spend it on? If you're listening to this podcast right now, if you're at this particular point, I really congratulate you because you're making good use of your time. If you do not already make do of intentional scheduling, please try to. Write down what you want to get done per day, per time, and commit to it. Following this episode, I will be making another episode on what I do for my intentional scheduling and how I get it done. You being here, you listening to this podcast and listening to things like this, feeding yourself with wisdom, is a really, really great way to spend your time, and it's a really, really great way to prepare yourself for success. Before we move to the last prep, I'd like to take some quotes that I saw on preparation. It says, there are no secret success. It is the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. This quote is by Colin Powell. Another one says, prepare your mind to receive the best that life has to offer. It's by Ernest Holmes. Your mind needs to accommodate that dream. Your mind needs to accommodate that success. You need to align your mind. If you've not listened to the episode before this, then I think you should. Our guest on that episode talked about how she had to register the fact that she wanted a PhD in her subconscious by setting an alarm 6 a.m. every day for 2 years. Like, that is powerful. So your mind has to come to terms with the success that you desire. Another quote that further buttresses what I want to share with you today says, "Success depends upon previous preparation, and without such preparation, there is sure to be failure." Do you see that? You have to prepare. You have to put yourself in strategic positions for those things that you desire. The last prep is one that I am just getting used to. It is called the body prep. We all live in our bodies. If your body cannot function, let's say you're sick, there's little or nothing you can get done. That desire, that goal, that thing you want to do, be, have, there's really nothing you can do if your body is not cooperating with you. If your body wears out, there is a limit to the height that you can reach. My question to you now is your body ready? What do you do to intentionally prepare your body for what you want to have? From all that I have shared, please note that success is not a destination. You're already successful. Just know that the success that you seek is already here. Just go get it. Congratulations, we're making significant progress on this journey already. Remember the journey I spoke about earlier? We are one step ahead right now. Please do not forget to share this podcast with a friend and leave a review on Apple Podcasts for us. I'm sure that by now you've subscribed to the show, but if you haven't, do so now. You can follow the conversation on Instagram at thejm.show. We want to hear from you. We want to know what your nuggets were from this episode. You can also send in your questions via email or via voice notes. We would appreciate your support to keep the show going, so do well to make a donation. All the details will be in the show notes. Till next time, keep living.